Hey there guys, I'm Gareth, and today I've made a film about finding love and steam trains, as well as love of steam trains. If you love historic steam trains like I do, this could be the sickest film you have ever seen. I've put so much effort into this, you have no idea. So I wanted to make this film for many years now, but I haven't. Life gets in the way, and also I didn't because relationship emotions were still quite high, and the last thing I wanted to think about was the place where I once loved someone. But time has passed and the dust has settled. Okay, so in this film I'm going to show you what ghosts look like. That's right, you heard that right. Ghosts. I have photos at the notoriously haunted Picton Viaduct where I took ghost photos there, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know what the hell it is. I would like you guys to let me know what it is because it's pretty spooky, so if you could let me know, because I've got this right now to show you. And I also have ghost photos of a notoriously haunted tunnel called the Mushroom Tunnel in Picton. Have you guys ever seen a ghost? It's pretty freaky in here. Okay, enough of that. It was a bit of fun actually. I also have exclusive footage of when the Cadbury Chocolate Company got themselves a steam train and went absolute crazy. They literally decorated the steam train, all its carriages and the steam train, with its Cadbury logo, and then they used it for TV commercials. This is pretty crazy. You'll have to see this to believe it. I also have amazing footage. This is semi-exclusive footage of a 100-year-old tunnel between Picton and Thirlmere that no longer exists. It has vanished. Literally, it's gone. It no longer exists, right, because of fears that it was going to collapse on a train inside the tunnel and kill people, so they've gotten rid of the tunnel. It's completely gone. You can never see it ever again. It's not visible at all, but I've got exclusive footage of this. And I have some pretty crazy footage of the time that I was filming on a steam train years ago, and I almost lost my hand, legit. There's this hand right here. I almost lost this hand. It was pretty crazy. I filmed the whole thing, so I'm pretty keen to show you guys this because I've actually wanted to use this video for a long time, but we're going to do it today and take you on an adventure. We're going to go travel from the historic Thirlmere train station right next to the New South Wales Trainworks Museum up to Buxton and back on the half disused loop line. This is going to be a highly detailed film like you have never seen of this line. Here we go. But first, I want to tell you a quick story about love and how this all happened. Lots of people go through life never really finding true love. I'm 30 years old now, but when I was roughly 23, I was lucky enough to have found it with a truly amazing woman. She really was, with amazing kids from another marriage. And then after about 3 years or so, I threw it away. I had my reasons, but at the end of the day, I still threw it away. In a way, I ended up saving her life, and in a way, she ended up saving mine too. To respect her and her family, I won't be using any close-up shots in this film. Finding love took me to a place in Sydney's south called Picton. The first house we lived in was at a huge farm, and it was next to the local Picton sewage plant. So on those really windy days, we could all smell what the local town had for lunch that day. Most of the time it was fine. The funny thing was, I would drive the car on the private farm and I'd just do my own stunts. It was so funny. I would do donuts in the mud, spinning the car around, drifting around. It was amazing. I would drive in the field chasing kangaroos. There's a bunch of wild kangaroos, right, that just come through the bush, and I would just chase after them. Not hitting them, but just enough to have a bit of fun, you know? Driving after them, it was so funny. And I also loved driving backwards, like 50 kilometers an hour plus, going backwards, reversing on these winding dirt roads, just reversing. I can now say I am an absolute expert at reverse parking. So, hey, don't hate just because I can reverse park better than you guys, alright? I actually went back to the house in 2017, and unfortunately it's actually been demolished now, it's gone. After some time, we moved to the next town up, a historic train town called Thirlmere. The house we moved in was right next to the historic New South Wales Train Museum, so that was pretty cool. And out the front of the house, on the other side of the road, right, there are no houses, but there's a train track. And what's really cool, the train museum steam trains would go past the front of the house with tourists on most weekends. Sometimes at 5 a.m. they would literally come past the house going to Sydney for special events, right? And other times they would come back around 11 p.m. at night. Hearing steam trains come past the house at night time when we're watching TV or while we're asleep in the morning became a pretty normal event. It was pretty cool actually, I must admit. And I really loved that, I really did. You know what's interesting? As a child, I actually grew up loving trains. I had model HO train sets and all that. And I remember as a child, on occasion, I would have these dreams of living alongside the railway tracks in a house, right? And watching the trains pass by. It's funny how things turn out, isn't it? So to celebrate my amazing limited time in this beautiful little steam train town called Thirlmere, I wanted to make an extremely detailed steam train film showing the trains travelling up and down this historic loop line track. Using all of my footage from over the years from when I was actually living there to the time now when I was just coming to the Festival of Steam. Most of my footage though is from the 2017 and 2018 Thirlmere Festival of Steam. It's a yearly event and I wanted to go back to really make this film, and I would use the older footage that I had from years gone by when I was living there as well. It's now called the Loop Line, but it used to be a part of the actual main line from Sydney to Melbourne, but then the main line got diverted another way, and then this line, which is now called the Loop Line, kind of stopped running eventually. But they've now got steam trains up and down and for tourists on weekends, so that's pretty cool. And there's a train museum, a very historic, beautiful train museum. So this is the train map for Sydney. This is the City Rail map. Right here is the Sydney Harbour Bridge with the trains cross, Circular Quay, Central, Wynyard Town Hall, all that area right there. If we travel all the way down here, this is where Picton and Thirlmere are. As we reach Picton train station, the brown line used to be a part of the main line. This was the main line, but then eventually they cut the main line off. They ended up making a new main line, which is the green line, but they both meet up at Mittagong and Barrel. What are you waiting for, guys? Let's get this underway. Here we go. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys, today I am in Thirlmere, southern Sydney area, and this is the Festival of Steam. There it goes. Today I'm in the beautiful town of Thirlmere. I love this town. I used to actually live in this town part-time for 2.5 years. Great memories, great place. I know this place like the back of my hand. Yep, pretty much. Let's go see the steam trains, guys, and hopefully not get too wet. Okay, you probably can't tell, you can tell. It is absolutely pissing down rain right now here at the Thirlmere Festival of Steam. Alright guys, so I've actually got a thermal imaging camera which basically detects hot and cold temperatures, pinpoints where they are, right? Alright guys, we've got two beautiful steam trains that are turned on for us right now because we all need to be turned on for a situation like this. But let's see how turned on these machines are by using some thermal imaging. This should be pretty cool, guys. I mean hot, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? Hot, not cool. You get what I mean. Let's use it right now in this rain and see how hot these steam engines can be. Here we go. really hot. Really, really hot. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the boiler is a little bit hotter than what my gadget is saying, but it's still bloody hot, guys. This train's about to leave for Sydney. It's going to Central. That's Thirlmere. Here we go.
Hey, look, back,
Okay guys, so we're now going to travel from Thirlmere to Picton on the main line. Here we go.
See you next time.
Big room.
Alright. Make sure your hands don't get knocked off. Hi, Beach. I don't want to look at that. Don't know where I put it. Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yep. There's the steam train just come from Sydney Central. She's a beauty. Fingers, Luke. Fingers. That's the other tunnel. That's the other tunnel. Just ahead. This is the main Picton line, Thirlmere line, right here.
You can't see it.
And we're on the Picton line now. Here's the Picton train bridge. That's a smaller one. Ouch! Let's rewind that one more time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Nothing.
The camera hit something.
I think it's scary to be telling my mom that it's scary.
Watch your head, Luke.
Oh, look at all the people.
This is the historic Picton Viaduct. I'm gonna show you some amazing haunted photos soon of the Picton Viaduct and the Haunted Mushroom Tunnel of a ghost. I took some ghostly photos. Have you guys seen a ghost? Get ready for this soon. How cool is that? He's literally just sitting on the Picton Viaduct right now.
On that sort.
Yeah, no problem. This particular day was actually the 150th anniversary of Picton Station opening, and that was the celebrations for it. Right after this, we actually went on the train to Sydney, because this day actually happened to be also the last day that the Sydney monorail was actually working. It was getting shut down forever and then demolished after that.
Attention passengers, please stand behind the yellow line as the train approaches. Please allow for the vehicle to disembark before you board the train.
I might make a quick video on that someday. Did you guys see how powerful that steam and coal was? Oh my god. It actually hit my hand and the camera lens. Is the lens okay? Seems to be okay. Is my face okay? Hopefully. But it actually stinged my hand. A few pieces of coal literally just came flying. It came lunging at my hand. So pretty cool. Pretty spooky. Okay guys, let's now go back to the Picton Viaduct and the Haunted Mushroom Tunnel. Well, they're both kind of haunted actually. The town of Picton is known to be one of the most haunted towns in Australia. Legit. And I'm going to show you these two ghostly haunted photos that I took. I want you guys to tell me what is it, because it is pretty strange and spooky. During daylight hours, this bridge is beautiful and mysterious. Yet many things have happened here over the years. 100 years ago or so, this creek used to be a local swimming pool, and over the many years, people have drowned. There have been many reports of suicide here also. But when night falls, the spooky side of this bridge really comes out. Just on the other side of this bridge lies spooky hidden steps up to the train tracks. I've actually been on them a couple of times during the day and night, and let me tell you, they're both pretty spooky either time. Okay, right now is the mysterious ghost photo, the first one that I want to show you. Please let me know what this is. Take a look on the left of the photo. You're going to see a white orb. You'll see. Have a look to the left. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Seriously guys, what is that? I would like to know. I took a flash photo. There was no real delay in the shutter, so there shouldn't be any ziggy-zaggy lines. It was a... I'm very weirded out by this. Let me know. But we're going to go now to the Haunted Mushroom Tunnel, which used to be a train tunnel for steam trains back 100+ years ago. As of 2017, the Mushroom Tunnel was 150 years old. Now, it never used to be called the Mushroom Tunnel, but they call it that now because they used to grow mushrooms in the tunnel after the trains were abandoned. They used to grow mushrooms in the tunnel, but before that, in World War II, they actually ended up putting in munitions, guns, as well as gas to kill the enemy in World War II, so it was basically a storage facility. While steam trains were running in this tunnel, one day there was a woman named Emily Bollard who was walking through the tunnel. Now there's a couple of reports saying that she may have committed suicide or that she was just caught by the train, but either way, she was walking through the tunnel and she was crushed by the steam train that was whipping through it. When nighttime falls in this tunnel, it is pitch black. Some of the cool stories about the Picton Mushroom Tunnel are that you can actually hear a steam train going inside. Some people see orbs, floating orbs of light. Many people feel cold spots. So I mean, it says here that people see orbs. Now when I first took this photo, I honestly thought, my goodness, it must have been one of my gang, because I was walking with a group of people in the tunnel, right? And I thought, it must have been one of them with their phone light, the torch and the phone light, do you know what I mean, turning around. I thought nothing of it, but when I actually plugged my memory card into the computer and I zoomed in on it and made the brightness level brighter, my goodness, I don't know what this is. Once again, this is really spooky. If you guys could please let me know what this is, because I've absolutely no idea. Let's raise the brightness and zoom in on that right now. Here we go. That's some pretty spooky stuff. Once again, I have my camera flash on, and as soon as the flash goes on, it goes off, and then there is no more light in the tunnel, do you know what I mean? It is pitch black in the tunnel, freezing cold at times. Seems to be a lot of paranormal activity going on, so very strange. Okay guys, so now to the tunnel that has mysteriously vanished forever. I'll tell you all about it right now. The Thirlmere Red Bank Tunnel was closed, so the local coal company could basically mine the coal underneath the tunnel without the risk of a train falling into a mine shaft. Legit. The coal company wanted to mine the coal under the tunnel, so they ended up having the tunnel completely cut off, and the train track now goes around the mountain. Here's a shot of the train just having come out of the tunnel. Here's the tunnel itself, looking towards Thirlmere. Okay, so here's amazing footage of a couple of trains going in and out that I shot myself. Honestly sad to see this tunnel be demolished for the greed of coal, but that's life, I guess. Okay, now onto something a little bit less depressing. Okay guys, so while I was living in Thirlmere, the Cadbury Chocolate Company ended up coming to the train museum, hired themselves a train, and then they completely covered the train with their logos and the colour scheme from all the carriages to the steam train. They sent the train to Sydney, and then they just filmed TV commercials with it. It was pretty crazy. Here's some footage that I took while I was living there. Have a look at this.
And that's what I did wrong.
Cadbury Joyful train just left Thirlmere, New South Wales, Australia. Okay guys, let's make our way back to the Thirlmere Festival of Steam, where there are many sexy things to look at. If you're a steam train, steam loving, mechanical loving person, I will show you what I mean by sexy looking things. Here we go. Okay guys, here's a quick look inside the New South Wales Thirlmere Train Museum. Here we go.
.26, you may proceed.
Okay guys, so there's this steam train that they have been working on for about 5 years or so to get it in working order, and they've finally fixed it right now, so here it is right now. That has got to be the cleanest looking steam train I have ever seen. Wow.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our brand new 3526. How about a big round of applause?
Okay, for the last leg of this video, if you're still watching it right now, I love you. I really do. I love you. I now want to take you on an adventure up on the loop line, the now disused loop line train line, which is only really used for, half the line is only really used for tourists these days. So we're going to go travel from Thirlmere train station up to Buxton. So right now we're going to travel from Thirlmere to Buxton and back again. I hope to see the full length of the loop line be restored someday, but at the moment they stop at Buxton and that's it. Every station after that, the tracks are in pretty bad condition. This is going to be a highly detailed train ride, like never before filmed on this line. I'm pretty sure nothing has ever been filmed like this before. I hope you guys enjoy. Here we go. Choo-choo!
There's the 27. You may join the train
We're going for a train ride right now. Me and my mum.
Good, you just got your tickets over the road. They're just a lot separate. Pretty free.
I got some amazing angles coming for you. Get ready for this. This is first class, but we're not really allowed to be in here. Shh, don't tell anybody.
We can get 2 people here? Alright, you guys in here? No, cheers.
There he is. He's done it. He's done it. Oh, there we go. Yes. That's my camera just delicately sitting on the windowsill. It's totally gonna fall, isn't it? It so is. Here we are on a free train ride to the Thirlmere Train Museum. Very cool. Here, baby, baby. Hi. These train carriages and the trains that we're riding right now has got to be well over 100 years old. Hey, on the speedway! I've got ash and soot all over my face right now, but we're on the steam train, that's all that matters. We just made it in time. How are you, Mum? Sweaty. Sweaty. Wow, look at the smoke. Look at the smoke. Smells good. Smells good. How cool is that, man?
Cool.
To the old speed bump. That's fucking rusted to hell. Absolutely. this Kurujai. Just made it to Kurujai train station. Just past Kurujai train station. too?
No.
Alright guys, we've just made it to Buxton. Cool. Just arrived in Buxton. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've got my camera stuck on the back window of the train. There goes the train right now. There it goes. So I've got my camera stuck on the back window getting a time lapse of the train leaving. So I've been on the train once going to Buxton coming back, but I didn't unfortunately get that camera angle. I spoke to the guy working on the train called David. He said it was cool to leave the camera on the train and I'll pick it up at Buxton. So hopefully it's still on the train when I pick it up. Cool. These steam trains are now going to decouple from our train and they're going to go down that way and go back to where we came from. Here it comes, man. Get ready.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Today's a tank engine theme day. We've got a smiley face on the front of the steam train. We are leaving Buxton right now. Oh no. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you film on the go with a car.
Can't stop.
I'll be able to walk straight.
No break.
Okay, go now.
Just watch it go past.
Go now, Dave.
Alright guys, we're going to follow that train right now to get some good camera angles. Here we go. Yay! Yay! Open it down. All the way here. You do this side, do this side. There's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Seriously though, look where I had to run to. There is like hardly any area to walk. There's the car over there. I've got to run through bush. I hope you guys like this footage because I am seriously gonna get bitten by a snake. This video deserves a like and a subscribe. Nice, isn't it? Yeah. It's a double header, which means it's got 2 locomotives up the front.
Nice big wave there.
Courage. This is Kurrajai train station. When I was actually living in Thirlmere and Picton for a little bit, I used to actually walk with my ex-girlfriend and her dogs from Thirlmere to Kurrajai and back many, many times. Good memories seeing this place again. Okay, so I was slightly worried about falling down there, because if I would have fallen down there I would have probably broken my legs and I would have been squashed by the train. This video deserves a thumbs up and a subscribe. Did I already say that? You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, guys. And we're back inside the museum now. Don't you just love these train rides? They're so fun. Here we are back at the Thirlmere Train Museum, South Wales, Australia. Beautiful place, right? Now that I've made this film, will I ever come back here again? Maybe, maybe not. I remember saying to my girlfriend at the time that it was a real shame that the trains couldn't travel on the full length of the loop line, because any further than Buxton the track is in such bad condition. And I remember saying many times to her back in the day that I wanted to be the person that did something about it. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just knew that this line, this beautiful loop line, needed to be fully opened. I hope that this video inspires the full restoration of the loop line someday. And maybe, just maybe someday soon, the loop line can actually be used for public train use. It's a hope. Thanks for watching, guys. We're here at the Thirlmere Rail Museum in New South Wales. There's a plane! There's a train!
I wonder what would happen if an RPG hit it.